Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today we will be acting the newest chapter to the Four Nights of the Apocalypse series, chapter 68, titled Nephilim. Now, I'm not sure what the hell's going on with the translations going on right now because this chapter and the last chapter still don't have like the more, well done look to it as the previous chapters have. They just have the whole Japanese text around it. So I'm not sure what hell's going on with the translation right now, but it can't be helped. And since a new chapter, I guess I think this is my last focus chapter. I guess we're gonna have to focus it, even though we're not gonna focus on the last Galan chapter, which I would like to, but unfortunately not. Although to be fair, it's not like anything all that special happens. It's one of those, it's a chapter. You get why you will read it because you are enjoying it, but not like, oh no, kind of thing. You know what I mean. So, anyways, the whole Nephilim is, I think, just referring to a child that's impure. In fact, I think there's like literal description here, as we see like in the cover page. We actually see Tristan with his mother and his father, with Elizabeth Nurse by his sides as he's looking at Elizabeth. Anyways, we have the next saying, a demon clan king for a father, a goddess clan queen for a mother, with his family's love and hope, his heart is a night of prophecy. So you see here, yes. Which is kind of funny how much teasing Elizabeth has for this season. Like, really think about it. Elizabeth is like one of the main ones, and so far she's only like appeared in, I think, like two panels and this one page where she's also not very good, nicely seen. Okay, you get to see the parts that matter in this panel, but we don't get to see, like a face and all that. It's kind of weird. So, anyways, now after the last chapter's little fight between Galan with Percival exploding him, and Gawain starting to chase him, we continue with that as we have Gawain chasing Percival. She's like, "Give up already!" And Percival's like, "No, I haven't even done anything bad." So they're ready. They go around. As Percival's like, "Lancelot, do something about Gawain!" As Lancelot's more focused on the more important thing, and that is Tristan versus Melascula right now. As he's looking up there, a bunch of like clashes between Melascula and Tristan. As there we have Tristan saying, "It seems the battle below has reached a conclusion. Won't you surrender as well already?" Well, not really surrender. I guess won't give up. As there we see Melascula actually kiki. No, I was actually expecting Melascula to kind of have like a mental breakdown and just kind of mentally fall down and unable to fight, but I guess not. I mean, to be fair, I guess it does make sense. Like, she was still able to fight Askenor, even though she got almost turned to stone, and she was like all that panicky. Not to mention the brainwashing. So I do understand like why she would be so immune to it. But still, I kind of feel like there should have been more of a reaction by Melascula. I mean, I think Melascula was actually worried in the previous chapter, before the alignment blew up. So yeah. So, anyways, then we have Melascula using a spell called Divine Spirit of Evil. Tastes. As then we see a bit of light coming as Otis looks at that. Well, Trisha looks at that. As then he's like, the enchantment is shipping! As then we have Melascula saying, I wish you wouldn't lump me in with that old man, which is kind of true to their personality. As then Melascula saying, thank you for the delicious magic. As they say like a weird Eldritch abomination next to Melascula, as it's like having like this, it seems like have two hats. One it seems, and four like hooves from a horse. As one hand has like a few angel's wings, well, the other half has three devil's wings. Actually, there are five hooves of a horse. Then we see like a head that seems to have like transforms into hands, and oh my god, talk about a fucking monstrosity here. So yeah. Anyways, that also the hat some people are mentioning kind of looks like Lushel, one of the four archangels, and I can kind of see it. In fact, there's gonna be a different part that's even gonna be more convincing. So anyways, then we have Latrician doing an arc as he does it in all around that beast, but then he looks at it as he comes down. He's like, as he's like, holy magic has no effect. It's Melody like, That's right. This one certainly is a polymer of souls called forth from the other side, but it's a mix of a demon clan and a godless clan souls. So of course it possesses resistance to light and darkness. Ironic, isn't it? Heh heh. It's just like you. So yeah, as then we see like this creature that again kind of look with a face that looks like Lucius. I'm guessing it's just supposed to be like a random face. It's not supposed to be Lucius specifically. Although there are angel wings here, so who's to say? Which I wonder if this was something that Malaska already did have in her arsenal during the Seven Saints, or this was like a chaos power, or maybe this was like something that was upgraded sent to her cocoon. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyways, then we have Alaska saying, "For born between a demon and a child, a Nephilim, impure child, as it's there. How repulsive! Although I can't say I feel much of the demon side. So yeah, like everyone thought, like everyone in the fandom thought, uh, Tristan is a lot more like his mom than his father at all. And then we have Malaska saying itself, well, saying a lot, it's like, your appearance and magic are both just like that despicable woman, bloodstained Ellie. That said, it seems the strength of your magic doesn't even hold a candle to your mother. So yeah, I guess she doesn't like Monica states that hey, the Tristan isn't as powerful as his mother. As then we have Tristan go be like, I know, right? And you know, the star is with his eyes as he's saying that. And then we have actually this very funny scene where Malaska be like, what? As you guys crack under pressure. And then we have Tristan going to a giant talk about his mom. It's like, that's true. My mother is amazing. Compared to her, I can heal wounds, but I can't cure curses or elements. And then I like, wait. Then I continue with, but it's, I'm told I resemble her upon first meeting. I guess I do resemble her a lot. The truth is this: right ear piercing too was given to me by Aunt Margot Sama, the one that's married to Guildfounder, I'm assuming. Who said you and your mother are like two peas in a pot? But and then he immediately shows right in front of Velasquez, and then he's like, by the way, that episode when Mother was known as Bloodstained Alley in the demon world, could you tell me something about it? She doesn't really tell me a lot about the past, you see. Which actually I do agree. Like the whole, I mean, honestly, a lot of people had when I think the whole Bloodstained Alley thing was revealed. A lot of people were curious on why that's a thing because Elizabeth has not a single time been anything like that, like never implied or ever shown anything kind of. So we were curious on that front. They kind of felt like a last minute push to have a fight to make her more dangerous for the Demon King. But yeah. So I guess that's the reason. That's probably like on those fan base things, similar to how in the last chapter there was like the whole fan base thing about Hugger Wayne. He's just asking her. But anyways, as Jesus does that, Malaska actually starts sweating. And he's like, scary, scary, scary. As he actually scared her. As in, that monster comes. As Malaska says, don't mess with me. Which not gonna lie, this kind of comes like a child being scared right now. As in, Tristan moves like, is like, wow. As if she's saying, I'm not messing around. I'm quite serious. I'm telling you telling you, as in Malaska just I'm telling you that's messing with me. And then the creature is just like looking around it. And then Malaska's like, it seems you don't resemble your father, huh? As then we have Tristan looking down as he hears Malaska, I know, right? You really think so? And then he's all happy as Malaska just falls to just falls down. You know the joke. As to that statement, as then Malaska just getting pissed at this comedy act. As then Malaska like, don't be so giddy in the middle of a battle. You're really good at pissing people off, aren't you? So yeah, which I don't know, I'm kind of surprised how much comedy they have with Melaskala. I mean, the thing is, Melaskala was never like a joke, like an overly comedic character in the Ten Commandments. Well, funny enough, there actually wasn't anyone in Ten Commandments I think was like overly jokey to start off with. But I guess Melaskula, I mean, like there were a few jokes, and I think most of them would go on to Melaskula, but it's not like they were like over the top goofy like it's here right now. But anyways, then we have like this ugly looking fairy showing. I was like, excuse me for interrupting, but may I have a moment? And then she's like, huh? And Melaskula like, A fairy? And then Tristan's like, you are a fairy living in the islanders? What business do you have? It's dangerous! Here, so hurry and get away! And then the fairy turns to Malaska like, and the fairy's like, I have something to discuss with that demon over there. And then Malaska's like, huh? Me? A demon? And then Malaska's like, you are a rude fairy. Did you come here just to get killed? I'm an apostle of chaos, serving the king of chaos, Chaos Malaskula. Remember, this is more reason why she's offended by the demon part is because she's because Alpha brainwashed her, and yeah, you get just now they I guess Galan and Malaska thought they were humans or something, but still. Anyways, then we have this fairy be like, back when you came to this kingdom, where did that person who was initially with you go off to? And then Malaska's like, huh? Why are you asking about that? And then we have Malaska saying to herself, they didn't mess up, did they? That star visor? They said they were heading near the castle. Anyway, what an idiotic looking fairy. Which is true, that fairy does look very goofy. And then we have Alaska like, well, it's fine. Just to be as she's like make some kind of wing and she sends it at the fairy. And then she's like, how horrible! I mean, you did say it was dangerous, so the fairy should have known that. And then we see like the fairy falling down his mask like, hee hee. What an unsightly that. As then we have that fairy again speak is like, just the reaction I expected. And then Malaska looks back and she's like, when did you? As then we have the fairy we're like doing this like, if the star visor is near the castle, I guess they went to the dungeon. Wait, what? So I guess the target now is not not the grandfather. It's actually still the dungeon. And I guess that confirms that star visor is the guy who's there, which I guess best proves it being Merlin. Although I also heard apparently the Star Visor might be Jericho, but I think the Star Visor was actually, normal, was the size of a man, so I don't know exactly. But to be fair, you could say Jericho just grow its size, or maybe some other chaos thing, but I'm not exactly sure. And then Malaska like, no way, you read my heart? I guess this might be a translation thing. As then we have just like, that fairy is! As then that fairy is like, since you were put off guard by this form, you leaked your thoughts without any caution, huh? I appreciate it. I will also say it's because Tristan just suddenly started talking about what to know all about his mother. But yeah, anyways, this fairy then there's a poof and transforms back into Lancer, I'm assuming anyone could guess. And then we have Lancer be like, hey, we're like kind of like a Bond like here. It's like, hey, demon, if you judge others by appearance like that, you'll end up hurt. Is there a Jim like Lancelot? Like he's shocked. Is there have Malaska holding her hands like kind of starting to twitch? Like what do you keep saying? I'm a demon. Ridiculous. Again, she's not aware, and then she's like, am I wrong? One of the Demon King's elite, the Ten Commandments, Malaskula of Faith. As then we have I guess that brainwashing or whatever the Alpha is doing to Malaska and Gallant, hitting Malaska like as it's saying, destroy them. As then we have Malaska think to herself, those who oppose the King of Chaos and the Internal Kingdom. As then she starts saying, I am one of the Ten Commandments. Impossible! And then thinking again, the seven deadly sins, 4 nights, holy knights, who help them and other races. And then we have Malaska having like a mental breakdown, which is something I was predicting her to have. It's not the way I was expecting it. And then she's like, yeah. And then I have like, Lancelot, what on earth did you do? And then Lancelot saying, I just gave a little poke. It seems these guys have been placed under a crude brainwashing spell. If you try to remember who you are, your thinking will be disrupted by the brainwashing spell, it seems. And then we have Malaska's eyes becoming the way they do, becoming all red, which means that she'll transform to a snake. As then we have Lanto saying, she's a sorceress type. If she can't keep her thoughts in order, she can't use spells and won't be able to retain that form. It should be easier for you to fight that way. And then she's like, her form? And then she's like, good luck with the rest. I have some business at the castle now. Referring to that night. Then she's like, wait, Lance! And then we see Malaska going to her snake form, like, yeah! And then we have, like, as Gawain looks up, with, she's worried, first of all, it's like a punishment. As then we have Alaska with a face of the spear being transformed into snake, as we have her going to her chaos snake form, as we like, destroy! And we are getting shown here, which there are some small differences between her normal snake form and big, but nothing really all that major. So yeah, not gonna lie, I actually saw the spoilers for Chaos Snake form, and I was actually pissed at it because it's gonna be another one of those stupid ways that Malaska lost because, she didn't use her magic. But this, I'm actually got more fine with this transformation because through Lancelot's trickery, because in my opinion, it does make more sense than, just going out of stupidity, or just because of, she can beat us, so we have to use her overconfidence, and that's the reason. But yeah, so we have her into her giant snake form. So yeah, although I am kind of disappointed that we are again just going to have her not be able to use her magic fully. Because, this is the second major battle that she's having, and it's again going to be cut because she can't use her magic fully because of her snake form. Seriously, is there a particular reason why Nakaba doesn't want to use her full power? Because this again feels like one of those she's too powerful for the captors right now to handle situation, so I'm curious. Question was, is it ever stated that she needs to be conscious to maintain her form? Because I'm pretty sure she was unconscious, knocked out, and even drunk, and she was able to maintain her human form. So I'm not exactly sure why she has to be. Why that would be a problem now. Maybe it's like a countermeasure that Alpha made or Merlin did. I'm not sure exactly. So, anyways, as we have Malcolm in this giant snake form, we have Percival while he's being held by Gawain, now jumping on Gawain. It's like a huge snake, because he's so scared. And then we have Gawain be like, "Did she transform?" Which is very funny. Then Trisha be like, "This is her true form." Well, power up true form, but yeah, more or less true form. And then we have people's reaction to the giant snakes. The people are like, "Yeah, run away!" As they have Percival's group finally reappearing, as they're like, as I think Don's like, actually no, I think it's, actually I think it's Don. He'd be like, "What the hell is that?" As they have and be like, "No way!" And then she's like, "How do you fight against something like that?" Right, a giant snake. I don't see why that would be such a difficult thing to fight. And wait, then we have Malaska be like, "Why am I in this form? No, no!" So I guess she's panicking. It's probably not even do. I'm guessing that her mama used to be more broken now when it's giant snake. And then we have someone else be like, "What a hideous form! This one's combat level. It's dangerous." As someone was like, "This one's combat level." As then we have Malachi like, "Holy knights." So yeah. As then we have Malachi be like, "Don't look at me! I'll swallow you whole." Which actually just kind of sad. Now she's just panicking because of her appearance right now. Although she's saying that we actually see Tristan going to using starting to use his devil powers as well as seems to using his angel powers both at the same time by looks fixed, or maybe his angel powers are disappearing. As they have Knights being, "Here it comes! No matter what, we must back up the Knights of Papacy!" So yeah, anyways, as he says that, then we see Tristan with actually removing his angel marks, using I think using his devil powers as he just cuts like holes around Malaskula as he goes through her mouth, then through her. Well, she's a snake now, so I'm guessing through her neck now. Then again through her chest. Then I think again a bit lower. I think more of a stomach area, honestly. Going through there, then going again something through the lake tailpot, and then going again through the tailpot through her as she starts to fall down to the ground, I guess, and yeah. And then Tristan and Gwen are shocked at how easy he went through all this. As then Malaska falls down, as I'm guessing Gwen's then like, is that Tristan? As in Tristan actually a pretty badass looking battle does the superhero poses like all serious and badass with his demon marks. As then we have Malaska falling down from the holes and bleeding is like, "This evil and huge power. You are not anything like your mother. On the contrary, you are a monster, Like your father! As she falls down and the tail pieces, as her tail is like flicking the air, there's like a bunch of dust there. And then Tristan's like, huff, huff. And they have Tristan like kind of calming himself down. It's like, it's because I don't want to hear that I don't want to use this power. Which is a bad statement. I guess we find now a bit about the power. So he doesn't want to be compared to his father in terms of his magical power. Which I'm wondering this means that I wonder if this was supposed to be a killing blow now. So anyways, as Malaska's on the ground now, she looks looks a bit as she sees Gawain we see looks at Galar and she sees the remnants of his body as just even less of a skull than it was previously. As then Malaska pulls up those magic staff pieces for the final panel as it wiggles it out a bit. Actually no, it seems like it was actually her tongue as does to speak, "O King Arthur, grant us one last power." As then we have Percival going to Tristan, as then we see that stick lighting up. We actually there's something else sat down, but we actually don't have the translation on that thing. As that stick is starting to light up. As then we have the next end of chapter. As we have the title of the next chapter being those acting behind the scenes. As the final page panel is the light thing lighting up. So yeah, this is a more of a comedy focused chapter with going a bit more in Tristan's character. And yeah, while I am disappointed on Alaska's again getting destroyed on the stake, like seriously, at this point I feel like it might just be a running joke. Like seriously, if there's a third series, I am 99% sure that Nakala will bring Malaska and Galan back just so he can have them be beaten again quickly. But yeah, so right now, this is not so. There's not much to speak about except for the character insights and a few things, and the fact that we know Lancelot's now going to go up against that Starvisor Knight. So I guess we gotta find out more about him, which is actually kind of funny because he's actually one of the first knights that we've got a good look at because he's already in the first volume, like. I'm not sure if you could see it, but yeah, if you look at the first volume, final chapter, you actually do see when they're talking about Arthur, him put in a pretty obvious panel. So it's gonna be time that we find out about him. So place your bets on what you think his relationship with Lancelot is. So yeah. Anyways, as for what this is gonna I'm guessing we're gonna focus on that instead of the whole light thing, the whole chaos staff thing, but I'm not exactly sure. My wager is that it's gonna be the guy in the. It's either gonna focus on Arthur appearing here, which I feel like would be a bit too quickly. I mean, he just went there like I think last two chapter. He just went away last two chapters, so I'm not exactly sure on that front. But he might appear now through the chaos stuff, but I'm not exactly sure though. I feel like that why didn't he just do that immediately as soon as I mean what did he not want to appear from Asuka's mouth or something? Or why would you need to call out for him to teleport here? But still, I'm not really sure on that. As for again, like I said, actually we're gonna focus on that guy in the star shaped visor guy because he's been mentioned a lot and been used a lot for right now. Now, as for the power that I feel like might happen here, people have been throwing up they're gonna turn into Enduras, so like it's gonna be like a chaos version of an Endura transformation, and maybe that will happen. They also threw out the idea maybe the Galan and Malaska are gonna like fuse into one creature. She did say grant us power one last time. So maybe there's gotta be like a fusion thing, which in that form I do hope we get something more than just like a giant spiky metallic snake or like a weird Aldrich abomination kind of thing. Like I kind of want, like I kind of feel like we could get like I really feel like if I was the writer, I would have this be a way to bring Morgan Le Fay into the story, since I do feel like Morgan Le Fay is gonna be in this in Four Knights of the Apocalypse, and I would actually like it if it's used this because I do feel like Melachically makes sense to have a connection with Morgan Le Fay, in all honesty. And also, I don't want to have Malaska just kind of and Galan be finished off so quickly without even contributing anything to the story. Because let's be real here, you could have simply had these two knights just be some very major, like seriously. Okay, let's be real here. Malaska and Galani Malaska could literally have just been random knights, a part of King Arthur's courts, like Dark Talisman, to just have like some kind of impressive thing build up. Like legitimate. You could have just had some random knight be there, and then like being like having waiting something to hide another one, appearing there, like maybe they're being twitched or something, and then like they destroy everything around them, and then like Golf explain what rank those two have in the army instead of having these two who are most important characters because they come from the original series. Like I don't know, I just feel like it'd be a big waste to have these two appear like this way right now. But I guess we'll see. Anyways, that's it for this chapter. I hope you like this reaction to this chapter. I hope you leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.